Hello everyone, how are you all? Welcome back and greetings to you all. This is David Raju Pulluri, working as Associate Professor, Department of CSC from St. Peter's Engineering College. Today I am going to discuss preprocessor directives from third unit of Programming for Problem Solving subject. Before discussing preprocessor directives, first of all, I would like to thank Almighty God for this wonderful opportunity. Now, we will see what is meant by what is a preprocessor directive, what it contains. Generally, in C programming language, this preprocessor directives provide several features. These several features are not there in any other highest languages. This is one type of a tool. If you use this tool, we can read or write program very easily. That means we can make a program easy in the form of reading, writing, modifying. So meanwhile, it's portable and efficient. That is because of preprocessor directives. Preprocessor is a program actually that processes the source code before it passes through the compiler. Actually, preprocessor is a directive which gives directions to the compiler, and compiler will convert high-level language into low-level language, also called as machine-level language, before compiling or before translating, before converting this program high-level into low-level. Preprocessor directive takes responsibility to process that particular program, and generally preprocessor begins with a special symbol called hash symbol. It does not require any semicolon or any assignment operator in that particular statement. So what are the different types of preprocessor directives? Generally, preprocessor directives are mainly classified into three types. First one is macro substitution directives, and second one is the file inclusion directive, and last but not least, conditional compilation directives. We will see these three types of preprocessor directives with example in detail. First, what is a macro? It is macro substitution directives. Macro substitution directives are also called as macro. That is, has defined is a macro substitution directive. This macro defines a constant value with the help of a particular symbol. Constant value will be given to a particular symbol. That symbol is called template, and value is also called as an expansion. So this constant value can be of any of the basic data type value. And the second one is header file section. The header file is also called as file inclusion. The example is hash include file name. So the source code of the file name is included in the main program at the specified place. Generally, this is the file name, also called as header file, contains a piece of code. That piece of code can be substituted in our program with the help of this header file section. That is called file inclusion section. That is file inclusion directive. Then coming to conditional compilation directives, these are like a hash if def, hash and if, hash else, hash elif, hash if and def. These are all comes under conditional compilation directives. These are used to check the conditions. These are used to execute some group of statements by checking the condition. And last, other directives. These are other directives are hash and def as well as hash pragma. According to our syllabus, and def is there. We'll discuss those concepts only. in the next slide. Now coming to first one is macro substitution directives. The syntax is first has defined. All macros need to be defined with the help of has defined preprocessor directive, and this is called a symbol that is called macro template. This macro template or symbol can take any name. There is no restriction, and we are supposed to take one symbol, and its symbol's value, constant value, will be given in the form of macro expansion. That macro expansion is also called as a constant. This constant will be given to this particular template. In this case, no need of specifying any assignment operator as well as no semicolon. Here, no semicolon, and between template and macro expansion, we are not supposed to specify any assignment operator also. Then macro can be used to replace a particular constant. So now example has defined x25. Here in between there is no assignment operator and the statement not terminated with semicolon. We need to follow this particular rule only. Now this is about an example. In this example program, here one macro defined x value 25, and here an integer variable, local variable z is 15. So z is equal to z plus x. Z is equal to z plus x means what is the value of z? 15, and x value, that is 25. That value will be substituted from this particular place because this is a symbol and its value. So 15 plus 25 is 40. That 40 will be displayed with the help of particular printf statement. This is nothing but simple substitution method. That's why it is called macro substitution. And in the second example, if you want to print a meaningless string more number of times, n number of times in the program, so it's very difficult to write that meaningless or zigzag symbols. It's very difficult to remember also. In that particular case, what we can do, we can define a particular macro, a symbol, and that symbol can be initialized with this particular string. String will be given to Japanese. The name of the symbol is Japanese, and has defined can be used to replace a particular condition also. Like this is a macro and it is a symbol, and that symbol is actually a less than 25 and logical and a greater than 25 and a less than 50. This condition given to range symbol. In the program, what I am doing, local variable initialized with 30, and I am checking the condition. If range, what is range? That range will be this thing. This whole condition will be substituted in this place. That is, a value 30 is greater than 25 true and less than 50 also true, so that that printf statement will be executed, and meanwhile this output will be displayed. What is the output? In will be displayed. If this condition falls, then out will be displayed. That is about macro substitution directive. And third example related to macro substitution directive. In this case, this has defined is used to replace an entire C statement also. That is, in this case, has defined PF printf. That is, PF is a symbol initialized with printf statement. So instead of writing printf, wherever required, if I want to write printf, in that place I can use simple PF. Another one is has defined found its value is printf virus. That means this whole constant value given to found symbol. Now I am using these two symbols PF and found in my program. You see, observe carefully. So local variable ch and read either y or n. If you want to continue, enter y. If you don't want to continue, enter n. If you enter y, then if the condition is true, then found. What is found? That found already defined over here. That is, found is what? Printf. This statement will be substituted over here. That is, found virus means we will get this particular output. if you press N5. If you press N, that particular case, this condition will be false. This condition will be false. Then control will be transferred to else. There, this output will be obtained. But here condition already anyhow this condition true. That's why you obtained virus output. That is about third example, macro substitution. Fourth example, that is not only constant values or replacing entire C statements or some confusion strings, but also we can pass arguments. We can pass macro can have arguments just as functions. In this has defined x. This area of x is what? This expression 3.14 into x into x. One of the things is we are supposed to pass x value. If you pass x value, that x value will be substituted here, and entire expression value will be substituted in this particular place. You see, two radius values declared and initialized along with A. Area A is equal to area of R1. What is R1? 6.25 will be substituted in the place of x, and 6.25 into 6.25 into 3.14, and the whole value will be assigned to this particular A. And what I'm doing with the help of printf statement, that value can be displayed. The result of this particular printf statement is 122.5. And the second time area called during that process, R2. R2 is what? 6.25, 2.5 into 2.5 into 3.14. That value will be returned from this place to this place, and that value will be displayed with the help of printf statement. During this process, that value is 19.65 will be displayed. That is about macros can have arguments just as functions. Space should not be used in between macro template as well as arguments. Macro expansion should be placed in parentheses. Macro expansion method should be placed in parentheses like this, and there is no space between this function name and this particular argument. That is about fourth example in the case of macro substitution directives. I hope macro substitution directive, first type of preprocessor directive, clear to you all. Then coming to second one is file inclusion directive. File inclusion directive is used to include different header files. You can include header files either by using double quotation marks, or that file name can be included in the angular brackets. These two are angular brackets, AB, angular brackets. So if you specify file name, if you include file name by using angular brackets, in that particular case, the compiler checks that header file, that is either stdio.h or some other header file, that will check within the current directory, and the corresponding functions will be accessed from that particular current directory. If that file name header file specified within the string format or within the double quotation mark, in that particular case, that compiler not only checks that particular header file in the current directory, but also in the corresponding directories will be checked for that particular corresponding predefined functions within that particular header file. Now we'll see one example program. That is, this example program covers both has define and has include, but that is both macro substitution as well as file inclusion concept. Now in this program, one height symbol defined with value 100 and one number symbol defined with value 3.14 and one letter symbol defined with value A and one sequence symbol defined with value string ABC and one backslash character symbol defined with backslash, that is question mark. Then a printf value of height is height. So value of height is what? In this case, this height 100 will be substituted in this place. And value of number is, number means this value of number is 3.14 will be substituted over here. value of letter sequence, that is A will be substituted in this place, sequence place, and sorry, letter A will be substituted in this place, and sequence will be substituted in this particular place, that is ABC. And value of backslash character is this question mark, backslash with question mark symbol will be substituted in this place. That is nothing but in this program, so file inclusion example covered, and macro substitution directives example also covered. That is about macro substitution directives and file inclusion directives. Now, in this slide, we will see different conditional compilation directives. Those are first one, hash if def, then hash if, hash else, hash elif, hash if and def, hash and def. These are all similar to control statements only. Only the thing is, all these statements need to be preceded with a special symbol called hash. And these are all conditional compilation directives. And what is the syntax and semantics of these conditional compilation directives? We will see in the next slide. First one is hash if def. If the macro is defined, then the body of if def will be executed. So that is, to execute a body of statements, first we need to check the condition, that is whether a particular macro defined or not. That we need to check with the help of hash if def. If this macro defined, then the whole condition will be true, then his whole body will be executed. Then and if this macro not defined, then this body will not be executed. So each and every if def must and should be conditional compilation directive, if def must and should be terminated with a hash and if. Example, here one macro defined, that macro symbol is ECE and its constant value is communications. Then I am checking whether that ECE defined or not with the help of if def. Here actually if def, there is no space, in between if and def, no space. So no space here, hash if def ECE. Yes, ECE macro defined, so it's true. So that a printf ECE and of information in two different lines. That is ECE what communications will be displayed. So the output of this one, this macro symbol constant values communications, so that will display communications. And in the next printf statement, of information, the new line, backslash unspecified, so of information will be displayed in the new line. That is output of particular statement. And if def will be terminated with hash if, hash and if. And another one condition check, that is the hash if def IT. IT macro in our program not defined, so that this statement will not be executed. And directly control goes to hash and if. That is about hash if def syntax and its example. Then coming to second conditional compilation directive, that is hash if. It's a syntax, hash if within the angular bracket, that is the constant expression. It is used to, and meanwhile, if the condition is true, then whole body part will be executed. After executing body, control goes to hash and if. What if constant expression evaluates to true, then only body of if statement will be, if condition will be executed. Example, so has defined x value 45, another one is has defined y value 110. Two macros defined, two symbols defined with values 45 and 110. Then what I am doing, this constant expression will be evaluated here. If hash if x greater than 100, actually what is the value of x? X value is 45. So 45 greater than 100, condition false. Then this group of statements, this statement will not be executed. Then control goes to hash and if. Then the next one is print high. After this, printf statement will be executed. Because of this output will be obtained. That is about conditional compilation directive hash if syntax and example. And in the next slide, you will see third one, hash else, and the fourth one, hash elif. This elif is similar to else if. This elif is similar to else if statement. Elif is similar to else if statement. That is similar. This elif is the same as else if condition. So now hash define x45, hash define y110. Then we need to check the condition. If x greater than 100, what is the value of x? 45. So condition false. So immediately control by skipping this whole thing, this whole part will be skipped. Directly control goes to else if, that is elif. Elif will be checked. Elif means similar to else if. It checks the condition. X value is what? 45 less than 100, true. And y value 110, that is less than 100, condition false. So this whole part also condition false. So that these group of statements also will be ignored. Then directly control goes to else statement, hash else. Then this printf statement will be executed, so that we will get output y is greater than 100. Output will be obtained. That is about usage of else and hash elif, hash else and hash elif. The next slide we will see fifth type of conditional compilation directive, that is hash if and def. This is similar to hash if def. There, if macro defined, do this. But here, if macro not defined, do this type of conditional compilation directive. That is, if macro not defined, then it will execute the program. Then first one is CSV macro defined and its value is communication. And another one is EIE symbol, its value is power. Now, in the main function, hash if and def ECE. ECE macro actually not defined, only CSV and EIE defined. So ECE not defined, so this condition is false. If n def condition true, so that immediately this printf statement will be executed. So output is information, output obtained. Then next one is end of the, if this condition is false, then only this part will be executed. Anyhow, this condition is true, so this part will be skipped. And finally, end of the if and def, that is and if. That is about hash if and def. Then coming to last but not least, this is actually miscellaneous directive, that is conditional compilation directive, that is hash undef. It is used to cancel already defined value. When we don't want any defined macro value, we need to cancel it. We can undefine it with the help of hash undef. That is example hash undef x value 45. So this x value 45 already defined previously. That value can be cancelled. So once we cancel that particular, first you define x value 45. This one can be used anywhere. Once you undefine with the help of hash undef x value, this entire macro will be cancelled. So after undefining this one, if you use in the program, immediately compiler takes responsibility to flag an error. That is about hash undef as well as hash if and def. So in this video, so far we have discussed what is the preprocessor directive, what is the use of preprocessor directives, what are the types of preprocessor directives, that is macro substitutional directives. We discussed with syntax and examples. Then file inclusion directives. We discussed syntax and examples. And the conditional compilation directives, total 6 types of conditional compilation directives we discussed, along with syntax as well as examples. Thanks for watching this video. Please like and subscribe my channel, that is Teach to Reach the Learnings channel. Thank you all.